Do you maybe own a Progetto and wonder, is it worth joining a clan just to get Carro from Tour of Duty missions? Or maybe somehow you already have Carro and wonder, is it worth grinding for the Progetto from the tech tree? Or maybe by a chance you don't have either of those. Well, I'm here to compare them and to tell you which one is better and which one you should get. Before we compare the stats from these two, let's first of all go through the setup. Here are your field mods. From equipment I was using Vents because that's only way how you can boost your DPM. That's absolutely fucking awful because you can't mount a rammer on auto reloaders anymore. I was using stabs to improve the aim time because aim time is absolutely horrendous as well. And I was using hardening. You want hardening because with auto reloader or auto loader, whatever, you often need to pick someone, take one shot, clip them out, then go back and fully reload. And you want to be able to do that as many times as possible, that's why you need extra hit points. Although, in most of the games that you're going to see, I wasn't running hardening, I was actually running improved aiming unit. Because gun was pissing me off so fucking much. Gun of these two is absolutely fucking horrible. I wouldn't recommend it to you though, because improved aiming unit is kind of gambling piece of equipment. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Hardening is more consistent. Hardening is providing you HP all the time. Improved aiming unit, it's there to boost the accuracy, but accuracy is RNG based, so it's basically gambling equipment. Increase your chances from 30 to 35% or something like that. It's like roulette, but removing 0 from equation and having only red and black, basically. Here are the crew skills, but keep in mind whenever I was playing, I wasn't running ammo tuning, I wasn't running off-road driving, and I wasn't running armorer because I don't have 6 skills crew, but 5 skills crew. And also important mention, on Carro I wasn't running standard equipment, on Carro I had bond vents and bond stabs, meanwhile on Progetto I had standard equipment. Also thing to keep in mind whenever you will be watching the replays. Okay, so stats. With Progetto you have 360 alpha, with Carro you have 400 alpha. These 5 are coming from ammo tuning. 360 alpha for how gun is behaving is pretty fucking bad. At least it's not 320 from T62A or 340 from 140, but it's still not the best. Meanwhile Carro has 400. 400 is pretty good for a tier 10 medium. Penetration 272 on Progetto, 252 on Carro, but the thing is, with Progetto you want to shoot standard ammo, you rarely use hits. I used maybe 3 hit clips across all games that I played with Progetto. Because with Progetto you will often shoot over longer distance or shoot at something like Leopard, TVP, Batchet or Lightings. And you don't want heat to get absorbed by tracks. And you want APCR's shell velocity, so with Progetto you rarely use heat. You use heat whenever you know that next target you will shoot at is going to be something like E100 or Mouse or Taschenrat or something like that. Meanwhile, on Carro you have 252, but the difference is, Carro has AP as standard ammunition and APCR as gold. That means there is not a single reason to shoot standard ammo over gold ammo. With APCR you have basically same mechanics like you have with AP, except penetration, stabilization, ammo stabilization, whatever, it's completely irrelevant because of penetration values. But with APCR you have higher shell velocity and higher pen, so not a single reason not to full load gold with Carro, except obviously finances. A reload time, even though Progetto has lower alpha damage, Progetto has a longer reload, so you will definitely feel that Progetto's DPM is complete piece of shit. Progetto has DPM of a tier 2 tank, I'm not even kidding. It's so unbelievably fucking bad. More of that later. Inner clip, you have 2.5 seconds inner clip with the Progetto and 4 seconds inner clip with the Carro. That's a really important difference because with Progetto you will often pick someone, clip them out, and after that go on full reload. You can shoot only last shot to preserve the DPM, but if you do that, just play something different. Progetto is not the right way. Like, you have a lot of single shooter normal tanks that have better DPM and literally better everything. No reason to play Progetto like that. You play Progetto like standard autoloader, but whenever you can't fully clip someone out, you don't need to go for full reload, but you actually have like shot or two whatever left, which will decrease your full reload. Meanwhile, with Carro you have 4 seconds inner clip. Sometimes you will be able to clip people out, but sometimes you simply can't. It's way too long of an exposure time. To fully clip someone out with Progetto you need 7.5 seconds of exposure time. With Carro you have 12 seconds exposure time. With Carro you usually shoot and you go back or something like that. you can't empty the whole mag into someone. Gun traverse speed, which is usually not that important of a stat, 33 degrees on Carro and 36 on a Progetto. But the thing is, both of these are pretty bad for a medium. With Carro you won't feel it as much because Carro has more like heavy medium type of playstyle, meanwhile Progetto has more like light medium playstyle. So with Progetto you will often feel it whenever you need to flank someone or whenever you need to turn quickly to shoot something on the opposite side if you're sniping. So yeah, it is actually noticeable and kind of painful, which is, to be honest, weird. Like this stat on any other tank you won't feel this stat. On Progetto it's actually noticeable and it's actually annoying. Both tanks have 9 degrees of gun depression, which is alright, nothing too crazy, but it's decent. Elevation 20 on Progetto, 15 on Carro. I never really noticed the difference. I never really ran out of gun elevation. That's kind of same stat like turret traverse speed. You don't notice it unless you miss it in game. Aim time 1.87 on Progetto and 2.68 on Carro. These numbers you can wipe your ass with them. Dispersion factors is what is important, and I will put them somewhere over here from TenGG. Dispersion 0.3 on Progetto, 0.33 on Carro. These are both lies. This gun doesn't have 0.3 dispersion. This gun is way worse than this. It's just straight up lies. DPM, yeah, there is the DPM difference that I was talking about earlier. Hit points, both of them have same amount of hit points, which is kind of weird because this is light medium, this is heavy medium, but it doesn't matter. It is decent for a medium. Although keep in mind this is with hardening. Armor, yeah, this is completely irrelevant what it says here. Thanks, GG time. Okay, here is your armor with the Progetto. As you can see, there are some auto ricochet angles. There is quite a lot of auto ricochet angles, but there is a little catch. You see, this plate is 40mm thick. So even though it is sloped like this, anything that has caliber over 120mm will overmatch you, which means basically any tier 10. If it's not a light tank or a medium with a smaller gun, like Progetto or something like that, it won't bounce you, your auto pen. For example, here is the armor against 1-to-1, that's exactly what I was talking about. Meanwhile, with Carro you have quite a bit of armor. It's not incredibly reliable, but it will work. With Carro you will pick a ridgeline, shoot and instantly go back. This is not tank like can opener where you just sit hold down and you're unpennable. No. You have a cupola and you have these two squares below the gun. But overall it is pretty decent for a medium. You will bounce quite a lot, but don't make a mistake and rely on this. Mobility. Engine power is higher on the Carro, but at the same time Carro is heavier, so you have specific power which is approximately the same. It is a bit better on Progetto, but the thing is Progetto has way higher top speed than Carro. So even the specific power is approximately the same, Progetto is significantly faster tank. Traverse speed 58 for the Progetto, 44 for Carro, irrelevant. And concealment, you have 23% on Progetto, which is not the best for type of the tank that it is, but it still could be worse. 20.65 for the Carro, which is pretty decent for what the tank is. 20 on the move for the Progetto, 17 on the move with the Carro, nothing special. View range with Progetto is 439 meters, with Carro it's 466 meters. First game with the Progetto, tier 11 Paris doesn't really look that good, does it? Plan will be go to the middle and snipe whoever is crossing. They have a lot of heavies, I mean a lot, 5 heavies. One of them will be visible for sure, right? Right. While I'm driving to the position, I gotta admit I had awful experience while playing with this tank. This is probably worst time I had in tier 10 in past 3 years. I'm not even kidding. Combination of this gun handling and this DPM, it's impossible to do the damage. You reload for 44 or 48 seconds for the whole clip, just in order for this stupid shit to miss 3 out of 4 shots. Over here I thought he is behind the wall at the moment, and currently he can literally see his gun. I was playing the game for 5 hours at this point, and I had 3 hours of sleep. I had more World of Tanks that day than sleep, so don't mind me, ignore that. Progetto would miss the shot anyways. But yeah, experience I had with this thing was so unbelievably bad. And maybe it is, you know, human factor, human issue, my personal skill issue. But you can't tell me that I can play Predator for 3,500 DPG, then end the stream, switch to Progetto and do 2,500 DPG. 2,500. Tier 10. Funny thing, if you didn't know, a lot of American and British tanks like E5, E4, Patton, Super Conqueror or Centurion AX have ammo rack behind the frontal wheel, exactly there. Yeah. I could lie to you and tell you that was planned, that I aimed there on purpose. No, I completely forgot that ammo rack is there. That's complete luck, pure RNG. So from here I can see that I can't really do much over there. So I will switch to the other side, closer to the middle, and find some shots on this Super Conqueror that's sitting there. He's kind of hidden, but at one point he will go back, you know, he's jiggling front and back there. And now you will see how gun handling behaves. I can even slow it down a little bit, so you can see it clearly. There you go. So wait for him to go a little bit more back. Come on. There you go. That's shot number 1. That's how this gun behaves most of the time. In replays that you will see shot number 2, by the way. Okay, it actually hit. Funny thing is this one was aimed worse than the first one. And shot number 3. Okay, I don't have shot number 3. I shot it anyways. It doesn't really matter. It wasn't really hittable either way. But yeah, in most of the games I can even pull the clip here. Yeah, you saw that. That's how this gun usually behaves. So whenever you have games that are 15-3 and last 4.5 minutes, or 4.5 minutes in the best case, sometimes even like 2.5 minutes if you are extremely unlucky. But yeah, whenever you have combination of this gun handling and this DPM, yeah, there it goes again. Although these are pretty complicated shots. Yeah. Last one was on me. Last one was the retard aim, but first two, like, come on. And for that I reloaded like 40 seconds or so. Yep, that's what you will typically get with this tank. So yeah, that's why I hate on it this much. I won't even bother to shoot. I have only one shot reloaded currently, and that's a pixel shot, not worth it. Currently I'm waiting to reload the second one, and that was extremely lucky to find it. I was a bit greedy, you know, I waited to reload to have 2 shots so I don't need to reload as much. And overall with this tank you feel like you are reloading all the time. It reminds me of TBT, you know, loot box tier 9 trash heavy, yeah, that thing. Which is also known for shit gun handling and shit DPM, but at least the thing has alpha damage, you know, 490. Whenever you hit someone like that, they feel it. Whenever you hit someone with this, they don't fucking care. Okay, time to push in front, because you see that field is already won, and city, they're kind of holding the city pretty well. It's not clear who is winning, so time to dig this DBV out. There is one, there is two, and he's running away. I'm checking out to see where is he looking at. Will he shoot? He won't shoot. Time is running out. I don't have that much time to waste. Go out, shoot him once. Although maybe I could have waited to reload, but I don't really think it matters that much. Live is dead after the next shot. Batchet has an angle. Time to drop down. Yeah, and now I'm reloading the full mag once again. For now we have like 5,500 combined. And Grill is dead. I shot on reload because at this situation I won't have anyone else to shoot soon, or relatively soon, except this executor that pushed out. Yeah, I'm checking for angles, can't really see anything there, maybe TA23, but probably not. And now, normally I would shoot the Progetto, but I was missing one kill to do the Blackrock mission, so I ignored the Progetto and I went for a kill for the Executor. Shoot Progetto again, ram him because I have a controlled impact as a cruise kill. Did more damage to him. I can shoot this TA23, but I made the decision to shoot the Kran. Because Kran, they will kill Kran. There is no one to kill TA23, so if I'm shooting at TA23 I can't get a piece of Kran. But if I kill Kran first, then I can go and take TA23. And that's the last shot, and there is the game. 6.4 thousand damage, 900 assistance. We have Ace, Top Gun, 6 kills, 6.4 thousand damage, 1000 assistance. Go to the next one. Second game with the Progetto. This time I'm using improved aiming unit instead of hardening because yeah, I don't really think I will have a situation here where I need to pick corner and burst someone. I will have way more situations where I want this gun to behave over a longer range. And usually, like, even though I'm complaining about this gun a lot, it's not consistently bad. Sometimes it's brutal, but from time to time, like 1 out of 3 or 1 out of 4 games, it behaves extremely well. It's unreliable. It's not consistently bad, it's just extremely unpredictable what it's going to do and how it's going to behave. So yeah, going to the medium flank to shoot someone who is crossing or who is going in. Manticore through the middle of the open field. Pray for this thing to hit. Hit, track, track him in the middle of the open field, and that's fire. Shot another one because I got greedy, you know, I wanted that kill, and now I'm in deep reload because of that. Maybe not the smartest decision, but it is what it is. Not smartest player playing it either, so kinda checks out. Overall here for now absolutely no one. For now not spotted Leo, Cocodrillo and tank destroyers basically. I will try to build an angle to see if I can find something there, and I can see shit there. And we have Blackrock that's pushing down, so I decided to go down with him and go into the middle where Ares is and try to find some shots on the heavy tanks that are pushing, because they're already going in, as you can see. Now we pray for Progetto to hit. A rat through the middle of the open field. 1, 2. I got spotted, does it really matter? Not really. MX through the wall and TA23 as well. Okay, that's full clip. That doesn't happen too often, believe it or not. So that's what, 1440 damage and 48 or 44 seconds reload for that. Yeah, there is side scraping rat. You won't do anything to side scraping rat without gold. Even with gold, good luck hitting that over that range. Not gonna work like that. I'm checking if I can see something there. Barney is behind the hill, so obviously not visible. Checking the rat again, maybe he will give his side or something. No, absolutely nothing. I can see that E3 is pushing through the open field, so I will try to build an angle and maybe, you know, shoot him. Not visible, none of them, literally no one visible. There is TA23, but it's a pixel and it's not even a pennable pixel. And TA23 pushing through the middle of the open field. One shot. Unfortunately don't have Intra-clip to go for the second one. I could potentially go in and kill him because I'm full HP and he is down to what? 756. I can take one shot and kill him, you know, put 3 shots into him, but I decided not to. But it's better to go all the way back and try to deal with that E3, because if you pay attention at the minimap, my whole team is in this line and they have E3 in our base and RS-90C behind him. It is my duty to take care of that, if it's possible, obviously. And from this bush, what is visible? There is a tree, yeah? He's pushing through the open. Not the best aim by me, and again not the best aim by me. Learn to aim noob. Luckily I have some support, you know, he's taking some shots. And I'm still not spotted because I double bushed, but now Ares is going, so I will get spotted. I want to get away from Ares, kill him, Unfortunately not a high roll, so not a kill. So now I'm down to 700 HP. That's a lot of HP lost for nothing. 1.2 thousand HP lost for absolutely fucking nothing. I'm the one who needs to hold this RS and to spot him if he will go, and obviously he will go very soon. And there he is. He took 1.4k. I don't know, was it barn or what was that? He bounced a lot. That's that auto ricochet angle that I was talking about. He shot my upper plate. That's why 3 shots bounced. I took only 100 and I blasted him twice and killed him. Since there is no one there, I can go and deal with them. There is rat somewhere, but rat shouldn't be anywhere close yet. He could be going like this, but I don't really think he is. So that's the side angle to the rat. That would be 1, that would be 2. Now with typical autoloader, it would be kind of bad situation. Normally speaking, you have 2 shots, neither you can reload, neither it is a good idea to keep the shots. You probably would have kept the shots, but you get the point. With this thing, you shoot twice and you just sit there and reload. It's even better for you if they don't pick. I shot him there. Even though I didn't reload the 4th shell, I still thought, you know, shoot him, kill him, because I probably won't have an angle and game is kinda close to the end already. So get as much damage as possible, and it's not like I need that 4th shot yet. Now wait for the shot. There it is, and try to spot something if it's possible. There is IS-4. IS-4 is dead, but not by me, unfortunately. Even though I'm the one who spotted him. Rat is dead, and that's about it. There is Leo, there is Gorilla, and there is Rat somewhere. Who the fuck knows where? So you gotta be careful how I push in now, because I'm a one-shot to Gorilla. I can tank 1 shot from the Rat if I'm not unlucky, and I can tank 1 shot from Leo 1, but the Gorilla, if he gets a shot on me, that's about it, GG. Executor pushing in, Gorilla down to 400 HP, Gorilla is burning, Gorilla is almost dead. Go up, but I gotta be careful because of that Leo. Okay, Gorilla is dead, and now we sit here and wait for Leo. I could have maybe went in and tried to spot him myself, but I thought it is a better idea to sit and wait for this Ares to spot him. Because if I would be moving and he gets spotted, that's it, I can't get a shot, I need to aim, and he's dead well before I can aim. Yep, slow reaction. Unfortunately, slow reaction and kinda bad pre-aim. I was aiming where he was spotted last time, but obviously he won't be there. But he wasn't at exactly good position either. He wasn't behind the house, he was also in the middle of nowhere. Just different position in the middle of the nowhere. There is Rat that has 1.6 thousand HP. Maybe I can get shot or 2 on him if I'm lucky, if I can find him. He's in our sniping position. And now, Rat's side. One went through, another one went through, and I believe that's about it. Yeah, and he's turning towards me, that's it. Shooting at Rat's side, very fun experience without gold. There you go, another ace, 3 kills, 5.2 thousand damage, 1.1 thousand assistance. And this is kind of a good showcase how good the tank is. With most of other tier 10s this wouldn't be anywhere close to ace, but with this thing it is, and that's for a reason. First game with Carro. As you can see, bond equipment, and I'm using fuel here instead of wood because matchmaking is kinda looking nice. Whenever I have nice matchmaking, I don't go with wood, I go with fuel because fuel is cheaper. And I don't use fire extinguishers because fire extinguishers work whenever you get lit on fire, and this is working constantly, so you have a consistent benefit out of it. It is 13 versus 13, if you noticed. I think it was either EU3 late at night, or either it was EU5 relatively late at night, I'm not sure. This was my not really first time playing this map. I played it once with T4 and I played it once with T78, tier 6 tank destroyer, so I didn't really have an idea what exactly I'm doing, to be honest. I thought, you know, maybe go to the left to see what can I do from the left. I made the decision to push through this gap, and I had no fucking idea they can already be there. So that E5 kinda caught me off guard. I really had no idea how this map is looking like. Killed my gunner, gunner is back, and now I gotta be careful. I know he's... Yep, he's exactly there. Time to try to build an angle. Unfortunately miss, although not the best shot by me. Another one. As you can see, it works way better than Progetto does. DPM doesn't feel that bad if you would pay attention how fast it is reloading shells, and then you need to consider alpha damage. It's higher than on the Progetto. And overall, I would say Carro is a way nicer tank to play with. You don't have that awful DPM like Progetto does. Yeah, your gun sucks like it does in Progetto, but oh well, you have 400 alpha, not 360 anymore. And again, armor to compensate. Whenever you are getting hit, there is a chance that you won't get penned. I wanted to go up to see what can I see from this bush, and I should be safe here because of that rock. I'm looking around to see how the positions are looking like and where can enemies sit, and there is E4. E4 unfortunately is not visible because he is behind the hill. I have Manticore that's going in. So I'm sure I won't get rushed by this CS or picked by anyone. Manticore is fully committing, and as you can see, enemy Manticore is nowhere close and CS is nowhere to be found either. And there is the Manticore, he is going. Or not going. No. E4, kind of an angle, not really, nothing that I can shoot at. Trying to search for angle for A5, nothing visible. Trying to see the Manticore. I can see the Manticore and I missed the shot. Not the best aim, but even if it was aimed perfectly, probability of hitting that is pretty low. I wanted to knock the tree down, so it will give me some camo. Unfortunately, it didn't really fall down the way I planned it to. For now, 3-1. We are down 2 tanks and we are down 3000 HP. It doesn't really look that well. I'm sitting here, I'm waiting to see if that CS will peak, and E5 goes through the middle, and there is E5. This is one of the rare, how to say that, occasions where you will actually be able to clip someone out with Carro. I shot him 3 times, I thought maybe not to peek while he's looking, peek now whenever he's not looking, and that's it. That's the full clip with the Carro. And now we sit here and we pray that CS doesn't push, because if CS is pushing, I'm pretty doomed. I don't have DPM because I fired all the shells, and the more shells you fire, the worse DPM you have, because first shell is taking the longest to reload, second shell a bit shorter, third shell a bit shorter, and that's how it goes. So now I have 2 shells, it's not that bad of a situation. That E5 is far away from being visible at this point. And there is the CS. I have 3 shells loaded, I try to go for fuel tank, I lit him on fire successfully, and now I want to wait until he's below 800 HP so I can kill him with 2 shells. I shot him again and I think I relit him on fire. I shot him on purpose at the fuel tank to lit him on fire, and luckily it worked. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but worth a try. I couldn't really do anything else there, so even though I had only 2 shells or 3 shells whenever he pushed, I got rid of full HP CS63. So check that, no one there, and time to check... not yet. Yep, now I will check from the other side. What can I see on that balcony? Can I see anyone sniping from the back? No. Somewhere over there? No. For now, absolutely fucking nothing. Something in the middle? No. Back here to check if there is someone, and there is the Badger. Badger took one, and now I don't want to pick that again. I want to reload the last shell, and after that I will pick. Arty shot incoming, he missed me for half of the map and still did 240 damage. Artillery is perfectly fair and balanced. I see why are people complaining about it. Okay, now I have kind of a hull down here, if you would pay attention to the slope. There's the Badger, Badger bounced, one to the Badger's lower plate. Track him. And now, time to see how good this gun is. Yep. Fully aimed, by the way, fully aimed with improved aiming unit. Yep. 2 in a row, easiest shot imaginable. No. You know why? Because it's Carro. Progetto would do absolutely the same thing, by the way. Progetto is not better by any means. This is how both of them are looking like. But again, Carro is still way better, I would say, because with Progetto there I would take the shot. I wouldn't bounce anything. Here I bounced T4 and I bounced Badger. Twice. With Progetto I would have been dead here long time ago. Okay, time to spot the Badger. I'm pushing my gun as much as I can forward so I can spot him without fully going to the bush, because I'm not sure will I get spotted or not. I can see that he's still staring at me, so I don't want to play with him anymore. Manticore pixel shot, good luck hitting pixel shots with this thing. He will go back. Yep, going back. Miss, but to be fair, you can't really expect this to hit that. Yep, yeah, exactly how this gun looks like, exactly what I was talking about. Not worth blind firing anymore, I want to save a couple of shells to preserve the DPM if it's possible. Now Badger is maybe not paying attention. Quite some time passed, maybe he gave up. Yeah, I can't really see him. Or... yeah, I can. From the bush you want to shoot one, because from the bush he can spot you whenever you're peeking, but whenever you're shooting you're getting spotted. After you get spotted you're peeking from here to use the armor. Yeah, I overpoked that because that tree was hiding him. Unlucky. Man, this fucking gun. Man, this fucking gun. Finally. It was about the time. I don't know how many times I missed or bounced his lower plate. Again, typical Carro experience. Now there is no one else, although I don't really know where this Type 5 can be, that's why I'm so careful and checking slowly. And I'm not in a hurry, I'm still reloading, so I can chill a bit. Fully reloaded, time to go in front and commit to try to find Type 5 and maybe slaughter Arty if it's possible. Type 5 not there anymore and Type 5 is there. One bounce to the side, although this is not flat side, he's kind of angled towards me. So I'm not aiming for the side, I'm trying to see cupola and yep, he gave me flat side. And from now on I need to hit his shoulder if I want to plant him, and even then it is questionable. Yeah, these are all desperate attempts. He's giving me flat angle but for a split second from time to time. I'm trying to find the angle on the shoulder and nothing. Can't really do that, although I got one free shot on him, so that's good enough. Maybe his side again. Man. Bond stabs, by the way, and bond vents. And improved aiming unit. Imagine if this gun wasn't so shit, how much damage this would have been. It could have been a lot, but 6.2 thousand damage and 700 assist does the job, I guess. There's the scoreboard. First class, high caliber, 2 kills, 6.2 thousand damage, 700 assist. Second game of Carro and last game of the video. Tier 11 matchmaking once again, and Empire's Border. What a beautiful map, huh? Tactic as usual, and sound is kind of brick, so there is no engine sound. It sounds extremely weird and uncanny. Unlucky, it is what it is. That's what we have for this game. Plan is go to this typical position. Whenever you are spawned from this side, you want to go there because you have advantage on the higher ground. If they want to push, you have crossfire from here and from here. They can push. Whoever wants to push like that, they're dead. Although lately people don't really do that. Couple of years ago, people were often going there. Almost every single game you had someone doing that, or a couple of them doing that. Nowadays it's fairly rare to see anyone doing it. People actually learned not to do that. Can I see anyone maybe sniping from the back? No, not for now at least. No Grille, no DBV, nothing. Is there anyone pushing this? For now, no one. Okay, there it is. Can opener. One cupola shot. How did I hit that? I don't know. Do not ask. Second cupola shot. This tank won't work like that. And yeah, I got clicked. And I got clicked once again. So I lost 500 HP by two guys that have keyboard up their asshole, and that's how they're playing the game. Okay, can opener. Yeah, that's exactly what is happening to you if you are going up from enemy spawn. You don't do that. Never. Never ever do that. I can see that they won't push that, and you can notice the lemming trend that's going towards them, so I don't want anything to do with that anymore. There is Fosh in the middle, one shot into the horn. Maybe to build an angle again, and Fosh has 395 hits or something like that. For Fosh, this thing doesn't have any armor. If you're taking one from the Fosh, you are taking one from the Fosh. It's going through, okay? You're taking that 750. So you gotta be careful how do I pick against it. Grilla in the middle because, yes. I wait for him to shoot. He shot at my button and I can't really see him anymore. That's a bounce because I don't know how is that a bounce. Fosh, again. One to the Fosh. That was kinda aimed badly. Although I hit the horn, I think it just bounced. One to the lower plate and Fosh is out. Now Grilla time. Again, I don't really want to pick face first to take 750. Gotta wait for this Patton maybe to... Patton has 2 HP. Yeah, that doesn't change the fact that I'm not really willing to take 750. At least not yet. So I'm turning my gun because you're spotting from the point where your gun and turret connect. That's why I'm turning turret like that. See if I can find him maybe. No, I cannot. And I decided to go properly, like cooldown, proper pick. There he is. That's one and he bounced. I could rush him, but there is DBV to the right side. Okay, Grille is dead. 432 you took care of him. So it's about the time for go for the DBV. I'm trying to build an angle to see if he's still there or where is he playing, and I can't really see shit from here. And DBV is all the way there on our sniping position. That's one for the DBV, that's two for the DBV, and he's dead. Okay, time to push around and try to find this 50B. I thought 50B could be AFK maybe, or sniping from the back over here. Maybe, because my 432U was here. And he didn't spot him, so he didn't go like that. And he wasn't spotted here either, so I thought either he's AFK or either he's sniping here. He's not here, so try to find him sitting in the base AFK and do a clip to AFK tank. Didn't find the 50B, but I found these two. 261, one shot for him. He shot me, obviously he hit that, for 322. He's dead. HMC took one from my arty and he's dead, and I shot at nothing. So keep going and try to find 50B. At this point I had no fucking idea where 50B could be. I thought maybe he's sitting somewhere over here or here, and he got spotted there. So how the fuck did he cross? Maybe he went through the middle like this or through the middle like that. But I think at one point I had Hirsch sitting over here, so I really have no idea how the fuck did he pass that. I don't know where this Yag is. They're not spotting the Yag, so I'm really careful around here, because if 60TP is not spotting him, if Badger is not spotting him, where the fuck is he? It turns out that he was sitting there with them all this time, he just wasn't spotted somehow. So go in, try to find an angle if it's possible, and I should be able to get a couple of shots from here. Yag Cupola maybe. That's a shot through the roof, I think. I don't really care if I take one from the Gorilla. One to the Cupola, one to the BZ if it's possible. Yep. Stole the BZ and killed the Gorilla. Perfect. That's 5 kills, 5.3 thousand damage and 400 assist. None of these games, except maybe I would say Siren Coast, were really interesting to watch. But the thing is, with these tanks I couldn't get a good game. It felt impossible. Like, I'm playing anything else, I'm having great games. I tried to play one of these two. It all suddenly goes to shit. I couldn't make them work. It simply wasn't possible. I will show you the stats compared to compare sessions with them and with Predator to show you how bad it looked like. This 50B, he is running away. I'm trying to find him before we will cap, and unfortunately I wasn't able to do so. So yeah, that's what we have. 5.3 thousand damage, 400 assist and 5 kills. Check the scoreboard. There you go. First class Lehvash Tleiho medal, or however this shit is called. 5 kills, 5.3 thousand damage, 400 assist. In the end, which one should you get, Carro or Progetto? Well, honestly, don't get either of them. If you really want one, go for the Carro. It is better than the Progetto, but better than the Progetto doesn't necessarily mean good. You saw the game, so you can be the judge if you want that or if you don't want that. Just to show you, I think it's important, here are the stats with Progetto, with Carro, and with Predator. Predator is tier 9, keep that in mind. I literally had higher DPG in tier 9 with same playstyle than with tier 10. I think that should be telling you enough. That would be it for this video. If you want, go check me out on Twitch. I'm streaming there 5 days a week. One of those days is either Crew Motorfest or either Arch Survival Evolved. 4 days it's World of Tanks, and see you in the next video whenever I will make one, probably in 6 months. And join Discord, by the way, if you want. It's made out of Instagram Reels enjoyer type of people, so if you're into that, join. Bye.